Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Happy recording this. June 16, 2024, Father's Day edition of the Move Swiftly thought. And because I have spent a great deal of time speaking about my own actual father, I decided, this year, I got to give a shout out to the uncles that I've been blessed to have in my life. The uncles both on my mother and my father's side. I've been blessed to have some incredible uncles. And I tell people all the time, in a world, in a society in which the majority, there's a large percent, I don't even like to use majority, to be honest with you, when it comes to these numbers, but I'll just say there is a large group of young black men who've grown up without a steady father in the household, not even just black men, but because I'm a black man, that's what I'm referencing now. When it comes to these statistics, there's a large percentage of us who grew up without a father in the household. I was one of the outliers who was blessed enough to grow up with about 6 or 7 different fathers. Sometimes it felt like 20, to be honest with you. Between the father that was actually the stable father that I had in my house, between the fact that my mother has 4 brothers, between my coaches and some of the teachers who were also coaches, my older sister, my older teammates, it felt like about 20 different older male influences that have hand in hand and, kind of given me gems throughout my entire life, right? So I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to show some, give them their flowers a little bit today, seeing that it is Father's Day. The first one, we're going to give everyone their flowers, but in terms of the stories I'm going to tell, it's a situation about 10 years ago now, where both of my uncles on my mother's side, Uncle Brent and Uncle Dennis, really showed how family is supposed to support each other. I was going through it. 10 years ago, I was going through it. I was going through it, lost everything, tried to start up a minor league team, lost absolutely everything. Car got repossessed, phone got disconnected, did not have a one fucking penny. And I remember seeing at the fact that I was trying to start this team in Ocean City, Maryland. I was still clinging on to the hope. I was still clinging on to try to get things done, even though, the specific start date had long gone and passed. I had absolutely not a cent in my pocket. I decided to spend about a month. It was close to a month at my Uncle Brent's house, who lived in Delaware. And luckily he had a car that wasn't being used, so I was able to use that car to get back and forth to Delaware State and try to, generate some traffic or anything like that. Now, again, nothing came out of it, but seeing that the fact that he was willing to open up his house to me for even just a few weeks, never actually put any time limits on it, just said, hey man, do what you got to do. And, that's how that I'll always, no matter what, be appreciative of just him willing to do that. And seeing that I'm an uncle now and my nephew's getting older and older, boy's growing like a damn weed. I've learned, hey, there's responsibilities and you have to make sure that you're doing things for others or for the younger generation coming up. So that's the first story I wanted to tell. And even during that time, me and my actual father were going through it. There was a lot of clashing going on between him and myself. And I remember getting a really random call out the blue from my Uncle Dennis, who's one of my uncles, or one of my uncles on my mother's side. So that's one of my mother's brothers. He's the one that has the same father. So the way it works, it can be a little complicated. So mother has 4 brothers, and one of them is with the same father. So, this one that called me Uncle Dennis is the brother that she had with the same father, right? So anyway, we won't get into that. I'll just get into how he looked out for me during that time. I remember getting a random call from him during that time, and I was like, yeah, what's up, Uncle Dennis? Just out the blue, because he doesn't normally call me like that. So out the blue, he calls me and goes, yeah, I was talking to your mother, and she was telling me how you're kind of going through some stuff, and I just wanted to let you know I'm here for you, letting a helping hand. If you ever need anything, call me, this, that, and the third. And those small things are something I truly appreciate every single day, because even now to this day, I know, hey, I could be the type of uncle. It makes me think of the type of uncle that I want to be. And then in turn, when I am lucky enough and I'm blessed enough to get my own kids, these are the lessons and the way you kind of put men on the right track so they're there as fathers. And that's really the essence of fatherhood today. That's really what we got to think about when it comes to days like today, is understanding, gifts and material and, all the other stuff that you may think is cool for fathers and all that. Show appreciation, but the real essence of it is just expressing your appreciation for the fact that they're there. Being present in the household is everything. That's all it is. And again, myself, I'm in a position now in which I talk to a lot of fathers, talk to a lot of parents, talk to a lot of single mothers who have to be mother and father and all that. And it's about just having the presence and showing their kids, your babies, that you care. All right. Again, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Enjoy your day. Make sure you make sure you do not take it for granted. Do not take the aspect of being a father for granted. Do not ever let a day go by where you take it for granted. Again, I'm one of those who's always believes that holidays like this need to be celebrated every day, especially for the ones who are actually really there and really trying every single day. Everyone out there, Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.